Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the formula equation to word equation worksheet. So basically, we also need to know something before we start. Is when you have transition metal in the compound, you want to crossover to find the charge and find the Roman numeral. If just transition metal, not a compound, like an element, for example, just chromium, Cr, you don't need to do crossover because there's nothing for you to cross over. If the compound do not have transition metal at all, for example, NaCl, you don't even need to do crossover because NaCl, there's no multiple charges. I can just name it sodium chloride with the Roman numeral. We also need to know that when we have diatomic elements X2, we need to say dihydrogen, dinitrogen, everything in the di. And also we were giving some acid name. And also when we giving the solid, liquid, or aqueous, okay, as a state, we have to put this solid, liquid, or aqueous, the word, in front of the compound. So for example, if I say NaClS, okay, you have to say solid sodium chloride, liquid water, aqueous sodium nitrate. So these three words must be in front of the compound. And when you're giving metal, precipitate, or gas, these three words, metal, precipitate, and gas, must be at the back of the compound. For example, iron metal, sodium carbonate precipitate, or hydrogen gas. So these three words must be at the end. We also know that the metal will have no charge, no Roman numeral. Okay, we're just giving like iron metal, chromium metal, sodium metal, no Roman numeral, no charge. And also water, if it's like a gas, we sometimes call steam water. We also notice that when we have plus an arrow, when we have two reactant or more, we will write react with and to yield or to produce or to form. Okay, this is a one set. And when we have only one reactant, that's a decomposition, we will write the word decompose into, where we just have a one arrow. We don't have a plus, we don't have reactant, we will just write decompose into. Because we start with only one reactant, we don't have anything to react with. Okay, so let's start to do the questions here. You need to balance the equations and then you need to write the word part. So first of all, we use blue pen to recognize the whether this reacts with U2 or decomposition. So here we found we have plus before the arrow. That means that we have two reactant. Okay, we have two reactant. So we're gonna circle the plus, we're gonna circle the arrow. Okay, so it means that we will have react with and to yield or to produce. So the balance equation, I'm not gonna repeat that. Here is 1, 2, 2, 1, okay? And we want to notice that do we have the diatomic elements? We do. Br2 is diatomic elements. F2 is also diatomic elements. And here we have compound, but we don't have transition metal here. So we don't need to do crossover. We just name them. So how do we name them? Is liquid, okay? Liquid must be in front of the word compound, in front of the word. So we will not say like bromine liquid. We will say liquid bromine. Liquid dibromine. Okay, liquid dibromine, because this is a diatomic. Okay, liquid dibromine. We ask with okay, aqueous. We don't need to do crossover because the lithium is not transition metal. We don't have Roman numeral. Lithium fluoride. And then here the arrow, you can say to yield, to produce, to form. I write to form, to yield. It doesn't really matter. Okay, you can write either one of them. You can write to yield, to produce, to form. And then here, aqueous, lithium, bromine. Okay, and then finally, this is also another diatomic. So the word gas is at the end of the compound. So we have to write difluorine gas, not gas difluorine. Okay, it's difluorine gas. Okay, so liquid dibromine reacts with aqueous lithium fluoride to produce or to yield to form aqueous lithium bromide and difluorine gas. Okay, so let's go to number 3. Now number 3 here, we only found one arrow here, nothing, no plus before. So it means that we can also see that we only have one compound here. Okay, one thing here, which means that this is a decomposition. Okay, this is a decomposition. We have 1, 2, 2. This is decomposition. All right, so this is decomposition. That means we will not use react with, we will not use to produce. We will use decompose into. Okay, so here we first we do have transition metal here, Ni. Okay, they both have transition metal here. Now we balance the equation is 2, 1, 3. Okay, so why do we need to do crossover? Because we have Roman numeral, we will have transition metal here. We might have different Roman numeral. We need to find out the charges. So we cross over. We'll get Ni3 plus OH minus. And OH minus is happy. That means we don't need to times any number. And then Ni2O3, we also will need to do crossover. Okay, we find out this Ni3 plus O2 minus. Now the charge is happy. If the charge is not happy, you need to multiply the number. Then your Roman numeral would not be like 3 plus anymore. Okay, so you have to do crossover to find out the Roman numeral when it is a transition metal. If it's not transition metal, you don't need to cross over because there's no Roman numeral number here. So right now we can name them. This is aqueous, nickel. Here is 3 hydroxide. Okay, now again, I don't have any react with. Okay, react with meaning you have 2 reactant. I don't have anything react with. It's a decomposition, so no react with, no to you. We just directly write decompose into. Decompose into. Okay, now here, solid. Right, this one is the charge is happy. I don't need to multiply any number. So this is solid, nickel, 3 oxide, and then liquid. We can just use water. That's fine. Okay, we just name it water.